guys, welcome back to this week's episode of Trailer Talks, episode 5, Mix and Match, or 5? 4? 5? 5. I'm losing track of numbers here. So this week we've got a very long list of, holy crap, notification bar. We got a long list of trailers to discuss today, only this time we're going to be doing
Last week
this.
was hectic with all the drops.
Oh yeah, there were so many drops.
I don't think we can even cover everything.
Not everything, not all of the trailers.
Not
that
everything
dropped,
that dropped, but
we've got a good list of stuff this week. So it's obviously Mix and Match. It's as you can tell by thumbnail, it's movie and game night, even though it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. But it was the only thing that I could
it's
find
nighttime for
close
someone
enough.
else somewhere.
Yeah, or some of our viewers, it's probably nighttime. So we got a mix of some movies and some games. We got some really long trailers. We got some short trailers. As I was saying, this week we're doing it differently. We're going to be having the trailer right here,
Somewhere over there, or
matching fingers, like in this box area.
There'll be a box. You'll see it.
And there's not going to be any sound this time for the trailers, just for reasons that I'm guessing a lot of you probably know. So this is going to be a stream for those who have probably already seen these trailers. If you haven't, I mean, it's a nice visual to kind of look at on the side, but we're just going to be doing our normal discussions like we have. We've watched the trailers ahead of time for sound if need be, which some of it is kind of important. But if you haven't watched trailers, pause this or whatever, watch the trailers, come back, or you can watch live stream. When you're done with the live stream, go watch the trailers, like the actual trailers. Do whatever you want. I mean, it's your life. Do you. So this week we're going to be covering Alita Battle Angel, Jurassic World, I don't even remember what it's called, Fallen World?
Fallen Kingdom.
Something like that. It's Jurassic Park 2. But Jurassic World 2, technically. Ready Player One, the second trailer. We're going back to that one. The new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer. What else we got? We got the new Soul Calibur 6 game we're talking about. Hey, Kitsune Gaming.
Hi,
Missed
Kit.
you last week. Welcome back. And Death Stranding, which is another new game with Norman Reedus and Mads Mikkelsen in it. So
It's a game by Hideo Kojima.
that guy. I'm doing the trailer that released a year ago because the trailer that released literally a couple days ago was like 8 minutes long.
It was a long trailer.
Compared to like 5 minutes long. A lot of it kind of revolves around dialogue. So I figured, choose the shortest of the two,
Right.
and the one that doesn't have a bunch of nudity in it. 'Cause I don't want to get flagged for that. That'd be bad. I don't want that to happen. So we're just gonna go ahead, jump into the first trailer. We're gonna just be discussing stuff as we see it throughout this trailer, and we'll go from there. So starting off, we'll do Alita Battle Angel. That name's gonna get so crazy. So as you can tell, the director for this is James Cameron, and you can already see James Cameron's work in it just based off of that first shot. It reminds me a lot of like Avatar with the design choice of
One
it.
of the friends I talked to who told me about this, he said the same thing, where it kind of reminded him a little bit of Avatar.
Yeah, and you can definitely see it in this trailer. I need to do something because it's like right freaking here. I chose a horrible placement for that, but it was the only place I could do. So yeah, as you can tell, there's like a lot of like Avatar kind of feel to it.
The
It looks
thing
very
I
futuristic.
can't tell with the movie is it a merging with live action and CGI? Because Alita's clearly CGI.
Oh yeah,
There's no doubt in that. But some of the other characters, I just can't tell. Like him, he looks real on the motorcycle.
Well, I wonder if it's something like I was gonna say Big Eyes, but I mean that's kind of separate. I'm wondering if it is something like Avatar itself, where they had the characters in like the actors in like the special suits,
Yeah, the mocap
and then
suits.
they did the CGI kind of stuff, but it was all real world, and then
Right.
they just replaced that. Because I mean, it's James Cameron, and it looks like they did that with this, because there is a lot of CGI.
Which honestly, I kind of like these CGI oriented movies. I think they do really well.
Yeah. This movie also reminds me of Ghost in the Shell, which I had mentioned to him earlier, just from the look of her and just kind of the worldly feel of it.
And not even just Ghost in the Shell, just anything cyberpunk. Like it's got that cyberpunk feel to it.
Yeah.
Which, if you're doing cyberpunk, you got a point for me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Words of English. things. Yeah, I just feel like I get this feeling for like Ghost in the Shell, not really because like it looks like super high tech, cybergy, whatever. It looks like just normal world, but fast forward maybe a couple years to where it's like kind of like a desert wasteland kind of thing,
Kind of dystopian.
Dystopia, yeah, exactly. So I got that feeling. It looks like it'd be a very interesting movie, both visually and I can't say audioly because nobody can hear sound anymore. No, if we can't hear it, you can't hear it. Not kidding. But it just looks like it's gonna be a very good movie. I know James Cameron does a lot of good stuff.
Actually, my friend told me that it was based off an anime and a manga, and I didn't know that. And that kind of got me a little worried, but then at the same time, I felt a little more relieved because it's got James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez for the main creative lead, which...
I mean, go ahead.
Those two are really good directors, so if anyone can handle this, I think it's them.
Yeah, I mean, I would still be a little worried because of the fact that it's still based on anime, and we've seen a lot of movies do this where it's been based on anime, especially Ghost in the Shell that just recently came out this year.
I'm not saying that
earlier this year.
Yeah, I'm not saying Ghost in the Shell was like a good movie, but I feel like
wasn't.
it was a step in the right direction.
They knew what they were there, but they were just a little off.
Yeah, so and I think it's good that what happened with Ghost in the Shell happened because, as I said, it's a step in the right direction, and that leads for maybe this movie to kind of be the first one to pull out.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with James Cameron directing it, because he did Avatar, which was
phenomenal.
It was super long, even though it was only like 2.5 hours long. It was the equivalent of.
Have you watched the extended version?
I don't want to watch the extended version. I didn't even watch the extended version of Batman vs Superman. That movie was 3 hours long.
Well, difference is Batman vs Superman was bad. Avatar was good.
Yeah, but I mean, the point I'm getting at is because James Cameron directed, you can definitely see that big Avatar type feel to it with the difference of the character types, I guess you could say. So like there's like the anime looking like robots, and then there's the normal like real humans. You can definitely see that like you did in Avatar, where there was like the creatures, like you could definitely tell they were a bit CGI, obviously, but then there was the real people, but now, it all still blended perfectly.
With that said, with the merging, do you think it'll ever get distracting? Because just from the trailer alone, we were able to tell immediately Alita is CG. Full CG. And when it merges with the real people, do you think that's going to get too distracting?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because I don't remember what movies for the life of me, but I've seen movies and I've seen trailers before where they've done something like this. And I've actually went to see some of those movies. Again, this was forever ago. This was a long time ago that I can't even remember. But I mean, you can tell that it's CGI, but it's not a big enough thing to where it's super distracting.
Okay.
Because it points back to Avatar, where you could tell that they were CGI'd, but it wasn't so distracting that it took away from the movie.
Right.
And same with like Ghost in the Shell, where they had like they had so much. I mean, the whole world was literally CGI, but it wasn't enough to keep you away from everything going on.
Right.
So that's what I think. I mean, even though you could tell like a bunch of like the robotic characters, and her especially, Alita, is CGI'd, I don't think it's enough to actually make a difference of like if you go see it, if it's just gonna be you're in the theater and you're just like, I can tell and it's bugging me.
Right.
Because I mean, just from the trailer you can tell, but it's not. I don't think it's enough to make it so it's that distracting.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments what you think of these trailers also as we're going. For the trailer, I mean, it gives enough away where it gives away some stuff, but it doesn't give enough away to take away from the movie itself.
Right.
Like,
it leaves enough to get the viewers intrigued.
Yeah, like it shows that obviously she was built by people and she doesn't really know what's going on to an extent. But it doesn't show enough to where it's like you really know exactly who the main bad guy is and like what their purpose is, but you can tell that, you know, she was built, people are going after her.
And it seems like Cameron's kind of going for a thought-provoking kind of story with it. From what I can tell, like...
Explain.
Because, like you said earlier, I'm also getting a very strong Ghost in the Shell vibe. And the whole thing that was supposed to be in Ghost in the Shell was kind of questioning, am I really human?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what he's going for. If just kind of touching it, not...
It'd be a very small touch, because, I mean... I think she knows that she's not real, obviously, because in the trailer she's obviously reaching in.
Right. And that's the other thing with, like, the cyberpunk genre is it tends to be very thought-provoking. So I'm curious to see how he's going to pull that off.
If it does do any type of realistic thing, it's going to be a matter of, did I have a life before I was rebuilt?
Right.
And, I mean, maybe that is, and that they don't tell us, obviously, and that's what I like about this trailer also, is, again, it doesn't tell you too much about what's going to happen, but it gives you just enough so that it keeps you intrigued.
Right.
So, do we want to do a rating for the trailers today, or do we just...
I mean, we can.
Okay.
I'd give it a B+. Just because, like, it's not perfect. Like, it doesn't give me enough to be like, oh my god, yes, I'm ready for this. But, like, it makes me curious.
I would probably give it an A- because it goes back to the fact of it definitely is something we've seen before and stuff, but it's something we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And because of like that type, it makes me very intrigued on what's going to happen in that movie. Even though it kind of tells you stuff, but not enough. It tells me enough of the movie to where it's like, okay, I want to see what else happens. So I do want to see this movie after watching the trailer and after you told me about it. Mm-hmm. But it's not enough information to where I'm gonna just walk in and be like, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
So I'd give it an A-.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So Alita, Battle Angel, long, confusing name. Not really long, just a bit of a tongue twister. It's gonna get an A-. So next we're gonna go to Jurassic World 2. I don't even remember if it's Fallen Kingdom. Oh, it's Lost World, which is Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go ahead and start it. We'll get into it. So, as you can tell,
here immediately, I was already thrown off because this is exactly how Jurassic Park 2 started.
Yeah. To be honest, I've only seen the first Jurassic Park movie. Okay. I haven't seen the others, and the only reason I saw the first one was because I was in science class where we were like, we're gonna watch this movie. And I'm like,
and I mean, the first Jurassic Park was amazing. Like it was done really well. It was based off a book too, and
yeah, true.
I don't think there are books on these.
Yeah,
unless it's the novelization for like the movie.
Yeah, the first thing after mentioning that I noticed especially is that after thinking back to the first movie that I haven't even seen, the first Jurassic World movie, I haven't even seen it, is they literally ripped off the very first three.
Yeah.
Like, they literally took... Hey, Jeff Goldblum. They took the entire, like, everything of the first Jurassic Parks.
Script, the structure.
And they put it in this.
Exactly.
They literally just made it look prettier, and they had a new cast.
Yeah.
And they called it Jurassic World, and not Jurassic Park. And they give...
It's like the people who... were like, hey, we should make another Jurassic Park movie. They're like, how about this time it works, and then something goes wrong? That's what's different.
But isn't that what happened with Jurassic Park?
It didn't work yet, though. No one was attending.
Oh, that's right.
First Jurassic Park, it was just a little like, come see what I've made. But
yeah.
In Jurassic World, it's like, yeah, it's made, it's done, it's already out there, people are already visiting.
Now we're gonna wreck everything.
Yeah. That's literally the only difference.
Yeah. And, like, with this part in particular, it takes away from the suspense of, like, with the dinosaur, like, looking at Chris Pratt, and, like, that moment of intensity. It takes it away because, like, oh, now that dinosaur got killed. So, we already know that in that scene,
right, and,
it's
like,
not going to be so anticlimactic.
And if any of you guys have seen Jurassic Park 2, the original Jurassic Park 2, and you watch this trailer, you can probably guess that, oh, they're going to rescue the dinosaur, they're going to take it back to the city, it's going to break out, and we're going to have a citywide outbreak.
So, Jurassic World 1. And
Jurassic Park Lost World.
Yeah. Like, literally just from this trailer and then having this discussion with him earlier. Oh, it cut short. Oh, well. Yeah, basically, after watching everything go down within these first couple, like, minutes and discussing with him earlier, this movie literally is a plot-for-plot, word-for-word of the second Jurassic Park movie, which... Jurassic World did the exact same thing with the Jurassic Park. The only difference was, like he was saying, is that Jurassic World was already out to the public.
Right.
And so I think that's another big problem is them literally just revamping the series, just calling it something different and making
Which
it seem
I don't
like
understand
it's
why
continuing.
they need to do that, because...
Well, you have to think, though, after a certain number of years, like think of It, like the It movies, after a certain number of years, they revamp stuff to keep it relevant.
Right.
The original Jurassic Park movie is a classic. It's a great movie, but it's old. And so they have to revamp it to keep
I get
the
that,
spark.
but at the same time, like, if you're gonna revamp it, why not go the whole way and just do a reboot? Like, why say it like that it's a sequel, but then treat it like it's a reboot? Like, why not just go the whole way and do the reboot thing?
Because Hollywood.
Hollywood doesn't make sense.
Excuse me, Hollywood really doesn't make sense. The casting choice for this does look like it. I mean, obviously Chris Pratt is back. He looks like he'll be pretty interesting in this movie, as he is in most of his movies. I don't really.
I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of his character in the first Jurassic World, though.
Like I said, I haven't seen the first Jurassic World. It didn't really pique my interest to begin with.
He acts like Star-Lord. Like,
he's the modern day Star-Lord.
Pretty much. Like, that's the thing with Chris Pratt. I think he's a good actor, but, like, for the most part, he just plays himself.
And there's nothing wrong with an actor just being himself and playing himself. It's just with some roles you just gotta add a little bit more of a kick.
Right.
Like with Johnny Depp, like he plays so many different parts, but in the end you can still tell that's Johnny Depp because of just his characteristic.
Yeah.
And that's not really going on with Chris Pratt, is that he's himself, which is good, but he doesn't spread it out to like different volumes.
Right.
And like I was saying earlier, I haven't seen the first Jurassic World. I wasn't too interested in it. Even after watching this trailer, it really doesn't really pique my interest much still. Like, it's not a movie that I'm going to get my ticket for immediately like I should have done with The Last Jedi, which comes out tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday night, Friday technically. I still haven't gotten my ticket for it. I'm not going to be able to see it the opening night. I won't be able to get a review out until later. It's going to make me sad. Which, by the way, I know I haven't been doing reviews. I'm sorry, guys.
Crazy couple weeks.
It's been so nuts. I'm gonna try and get as many reviews out as I can with movies that are coming out. It's just right now, it's a tough time. I'm gonna be honest. It's a tough time. These are easier for me to do because it's free. So, going to see movies every week to get a new review out for like
has really come out recently.
Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of new stuff hasn't really been coming out. There's been a lot of like new movies, but they aren't like they're
like under the radar.
Yeah, exactly. They're under the radar. So I'm not really gonna worry too much about those, even though I probably should. But I'm kind of more focused on like those big blockbuster movies, like Star Wars, because they're the ones that are like the most anticipated movies of the year.
And actually, I'm gonna loop that back to Jurassic World, because the trailer was getting hyped up. People were like, "Oh, we're getting the first trailer out. Guess what? It's gonna drop tonight on, I think it was ABC or something."
Oh yeah.
Or one of those night shows.
One of those overly anticipated things.
And people are like, "Oh crap! This is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good." And when I saw it the morning after, I'm just like, "All right, let's see if this is worth the hype." I watched it, and I'm like, I'm a little disappointed.
Mm-hmm. And I think the reason that they do that with like the TV shows, like the nightly shows or whatever, where they say that, is to get more views.
Yeah, and I get that.
I mean, I get that. You gotta do you, but to kind of, if you've already seen the trailer and know what's going to happen, I don't think you should really overhype it too much. I mean, they have to because they need to get views, but
especially since the first Jurassic World, it was split down the middle. You either loved it or you hated it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, I still haven't seen it. I've been saying that for a while, so I'm gonna say it one more time. I haven't seen it, so I'm not really sure how I feel, because I mean, even the first Jurassic Park, to be honest, I never really planned to watch Jurassic Park ever in my life. And then when I was in high school, we were sitting in science class and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna watch this movie and do all this questionnaire bullshit." And it's like, "Oh, okay." And then we watched it and I'm like, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I'm not going to watch the other two because I really don't. I don't care enough about it to watch the other ones. But it was an alright movie.
Jurassic Park was a one-off thing. It needed to be a one-off thing. It was based off a book, and it was just I believe it was just a single book. Anyone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So the other movies that spanned in the future, those never needed to happen.
Second one maybe.
Not really, actually.
Because they had to re-extinct the dinosaurs.
I guess, but it really didn't have a reason to exist. Because the point was they got off the island, everything was good, everything else was a cash grab.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Especially the third one. Like, that third one did not need to exist.
I haven't seen it. I don't plan to. I really don't plan to see the other ones, to be honest. And same with Jurassic World. I don't really have many plans to actually go see it. If you guys want me to go see it and do a review on it, let me know on our page on Facebook or in the comments. But like I said, I personally don't really have much plans to go see it. If you guys want me to go see it, I'll see it, because for some reason I love you guys and whatever. So yeah. This trailer though, like I said, I'm gonna give it like a C-.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because it looks nice. It looks like it really good. Like, it looks nice. That's about it. It just looks very visually appealing. But that's it. It's literally just a copy of Jurassic 2.
Yeah.
So, alright. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to Ready Player One. Last time we did a review on this, or a trailer talks on this, it was really good. Like, it was a really good trailer. I'm not going to say terribly much until we get the trailer started, but there's going to be a lot more. They, obviously, when they release a second trailer after the first one, when they release multiple trailers, they kind of give you a little bit more of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go ahead and start the trailer now while we discuss. I feel that this one gave a bit too much more than the first
When I
trailer.
first saw it, I would disagree with you, but now that I've watched it again, I do see what you mean.
Yeah, because the first trailer, as you guys remember, okay, sweet. As you guys remember, the first trailer didn't really give you too much about the movie. It showed that obviously it's a place where real people go to this computer world game thing called the Oasis, and they get away from reality. In this trailer, it still shows that, but it seems like it gives away too much story-wise.
The thing with this trailer is it gave a bit too much by a point. Because I was telling you this when we rewatched it, was they introduce the whole kind of game thing and what the players have to do. That's fine.
Well, what they now have to do.
What they now have to do.
Which you guys will
Which gave us
kinda
more
see.
of a plot. It's like, okay, so this is what's happening. But
Yeah,
they
because-
revealed the bad guy and this resistance and this whole kind of civil war kind of thing happening inside Oasis. Like, we didn't need any of that. We just needed the prize, the motive, and that's it.
Yeah. So, like, as you guys can kind of tell, I'll give you guys a quick recap. Basically, what they said was the creator of the game died, and he left, like, $11 trillion, I think he said, in the game, and whoever finds the golden Easter egg wins. And they get the money. So now, obviously, from what it looks like, they're showing there's this group of people, who I'm guessing are like a giant company, are now trying to get the golden Easter egg or whatever. And then they attack him in the game and in real life. Then there's the whole Welcome to the Resistance part, which is right there. King Kong, awesome. Again, the first trailer didn't show all of that, and it left it vague, which I like. And I kind of agree with you that they should have just left it at showing, like, all this action stuff. Not that. Like, all the action stuff with, like, the fights going on and all that. That's fine. I love looking at that. It looks freaking amazing. Later, if not, it's either later or now or whatever. Yeah, it was earlier. You guys see Chucky in it. So, I don't know why I cut these trailers so short. I apologize, guys. But they didn't really need to show the villain. They didn't need to show the whole, like, resistance or whatever. They should have kept that vague.
Yeah.
Or if they were going to be like, welcome to the Resistance, do it at, like, the end of the thing where it's just, like, Ready Player One, and then it shows him, like, being like, welcome to the Resistance. So it kind of gives you that, like, thing of what happened that made him have to join a resistance. Because it looked like he was just by himself, just in the game. Now he's in this company, or this group of rebels, I guess you could say. That would have been fine, because then it goes back to that first trailer where it doesn't tell you much and it leaves you wanting more.
Right.
This trailer, it gives us just a little bit too much.
Over the line. Too much.
Like it all was fine except for the whole showing who the villain was kind of thing. If they would have said like, hey, I left this money, like I left $11 million in the game or $11 trillion in the game, you have to find the Easter egg, and then they just showed like all the little action scenes like the players going at it or whatever, that would have been fine because obviously you see like there's a motive and whatever, and then at the end be like, welcome to Resistance, be like, what happened that made him have to join this group now? That would have been fine. Not showing the villain, I think that gave it away, and again it goes back to a lot of the trailers nowadays do that, where they show just a little bit too much. And this is one of those reasons. The first trailer for Ready Player One was amazing. I loved it. It didn't show too much. It showed just enough of the world building status for this.
Right.
And that's completely fine. They should have kept it that way with this, only just one step up. Here's the motive. If they were to release another trailer, I mean, knowing Hollywood, they probably, if they were to release another trailer, if they had done it in like the sequence that we're saying, the next trailer would have been revealing who the villain was.
Yeah, and honestly, I know they're going to do some more trailers, and I hope they don't, because at that point, they're really gonna be.
If they do one more trailer, it better not reveal more. Is basically what I'm gonna say on it.
But knowing Hollywood, it's probably gonna show more.
Yeah. So this
one
trailer.
thing I will say though. The trailer, or both the trailers, still have me intrigued in that race.
Yeah.
I want to see that race is going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go see this movie. It looks visually, it looks beautiful. It looks like Valerian's beauty, but not Valerian's shit level of story. So, because by the way, if you haven't seen my review on Valerian, go watch that.
I don't think anything can be as bad as Valerian. Or I don't think anything can be worse than Valerian. With the storytelling.
Batman vs Superman.
Fair point.
I was gonna say challenge accepted, but then I already found one. I'm like, oh, challenge completed. So yeah, Ready Player 2 trailer 2. I'm gonna give a B because the first one got an A+, like hands down. This was beautiful. The second one, it would have gotten a better rating, but it goes back to the matter that it showed just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna go see the movie, but it piqued my interest. It loosened my interest of that trailer in particular.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go see the movie. I still want to see that movie. It looks freaking amazing, but this trailer's getting a B.
Yep.
Yeah. So the next one is this one has been under the radar. This is one of those movies that's been under the radar. It doesn't come out until Christmas next year.
It really snuck under. Like,
it snuck under.
Because
I didn't
all the
see
hard hitters last week, this just kind of appeared.
I didn't see this trailer until I went on Facebook one day. I was just going through my feed on Facebook and I saw this. I'm like, what now? And then I clicked it and I was like, oh. And that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I just remember, I forgot all about the Batman anime.
Oh,
that was another one we were gonna add. Was the Batman anime? I mean, that trailer's been out for. It's been out for a while. It's been out longer.
2 weeks.
It's been out longer than this one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. So if you haven't seen that trailer, go watch that trailer if you're interested. It looks like it looks interesting. I'm not gonna go rush to see it like opening day, but I mean, I'm not going to. I'll wait until it like comes out later or whatever, or if I can find it on the internet because everything's on the internet now. It does look interesting. I'm not gonna put too much of my high hopes on it because it's Batman anime. It's Japan Batman with a Joker with a mustache, like dagger stash.
That's his makeup.
He's got a dagger stash, dude. He's got one of those like Captain Hook little. I'm a fan of the Joker, so seeing that is gonna throw me off. We're not going on that trailer though.
Well, I mean, we could just talk about it.
Yeah.
Since we're already here.
Alternatively, we could do that, or we could wait till next week.
Fair point.
Yeah,
let's do that. Actually, yeah.
We'll do that. So, guaranteed next week we're gonna.
I'm not gonna be here next week. I'm leaving Saturday.
Oh, holidays.
Yeah.
We're gonna be gone. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. We will probably be gone for a couple weeks, or at least the rest of December for holidays, Christmas time, family, all that wonderful stuff. I will definitely get that Star Wars 8 review out though, within the holidays, so you guys know. But we'll do Bat anime when we get back for sure.
Yeah.
the anime. So let's go ahead and just start talking about the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer. It's a very short trailer, which I'm gonna say this, I love it. So it's made by Sony and Columbia and all that, and just from the first looks of it, it looks very comic book like. It looks like it's literally taken right out of a comic book. From everything, from this part, you can kind of see that Peter Parker's dead, and this looks like it takes place in the world afterwards. So just from this Spider-Man, if you know the comics or anything, you can already tell that this is Miles. I'm gonna fuck up his last name. Miles Morales. Morales. See, I already knew I was gonna mess it up. And I like this trailer because it doesn't tell you a lot. It says in the words that it shows that more than one wears the mask, which already piques my interest. And yeah, I like this. It looks very comic book animation like, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Wallace and Gromit stuff, where it's kind of like that stop motion. But
at first, I wasn't a fan of it, but after watching it a couple times, it's kind of starting to grow on me a little bit.
I knew it would. I knew it would. It's one of those. It's a great trailer. I enjoyed the trailer for this.
And when I said that I didn't like the animation style, people felt like, "Oh, you don't like the movie?" Like, no, I'm excited for the movie. Yeah. I just wasn't a fan of the style of the animation. But as I said, it's growing on me. And
I like it because it's new. It's a brand new animation style. It looks like it literally got ripped out of the comics. It looks like the animation style for the old PlayStation 2 game, The Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, I know what you're talking
That's
about.
That's why it looks so familiar. I was trying to remember. I was like, why does it look like so familiar? And I was thinking back to like the Spider-Man Edge of Time, where he's going, and then there's like the black suit Spider-Man animation style, and that's what I was thinking of. And then I thought back even farther, and I'm like, that's where I've seen it, was the Ultimate Spider-Man game. For those of you millennials who don't know what that is, check it out. It's a great game. If you don't have a PlayStation 2, it's because they don't exist anymore. It's hard to find those. But watch a gameplay on it or something. It's a great game. It was a great game. The controls were fun. It was just very open world. It was an awesome game. The animation was awesome. There was nothing wrong with that. There was like hardly anything wrong with that game.
I'm kind of glad that Miles Morales is actually kind of getting some screen time.
Yes, I'm glad that they're getting away from the Peter Parker.
Because I'm a fan of Peter Parker Spider-Man. I like his Spider-Man, but I think we need to share it with Miles because he's got a really good fan base.
Yeah, I've noticed it too, that his fan base has been growing spectacularly as he's been kind of in like Comic-Cons and different comics and all that. So it's nice to see a different Spider-Man that isn't Peter Parker,
right?
That isn't Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland all playing Peter Parker. It's a whole new Spider-Man himself, and I like seeing that on the screen. It looks like it'll be very good. It doesn't tell you much about. And the
honestly,
movie
this is actually a really good move from Sony to go from Peter Parker to Miles Morales, because they've done Spider-Man like what 3 times now with different actors with Peter Parker.
2.
Well, if we count Homecoming, because that was a collaboration.
3.
So yeah, if it like three times we've redone Spider-Man, and we've the Peter Parker thing has been played out.
Yeah, Peter Parker, especially now that he's a part of the Marvel universe with Iron Man and the Avengers and all that, we can kind of just let him do his own thing now. Now that we're actually seeing the aftermath of Peter Parker and seeing Miles in this, and seeing the fact that obviously there are a lot more than just one Spider-Man. So seeing that in the movie is going to be freaking amazing. Seeing all these Spider-Man like collab.
I wonder if this movie is going to be connected to any of the other previous Spider-Man movies we've had. Like, is it going to be its own thing?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be
connected to the Garfield universe or the Maguire universe.
I don't think so, because you also have to remember that Peter Parker's dead.
Right.
So I don't think it's going to connect to anything else. I think it's going to be its own movie. I'm really hoping that they show at least one of these two people. Madam Spider or Spider-Man 2099.
I doubt we're going to get 2099.
I know.
But Madam Web is very, very possible.
But it does say that, or Madam Web, Madam Spider. It's been so long since I've even heard about her. It is possible though to see 2099 Spider-Man, because you also remember this is Into the Spider-Verse.
True.
So
very
obviously,
true.
And it says itself, there's more than one that wears the mask. So
yeah,
as you can tell, there's going to be a lot of Spider-Men collaborate
I mean,
together.
2099 could be the guy that he was talking to in the subway.
Maybe. I don't know. I want to see a bunch of Spider-Man that I know. I'm so ready for that movie to come out. I hate that it's till next year though.
I know.
This time next year.
Like,
it makes me cry a little on the inside.
Why drop this now when we have to wait a year?
Because in its own way, it's a teaser trailer.
That's true, I guess.
So I personally will give this trailer an A+.
Yeah.
It's very, even though it's a year late or a year early for the movie to be released, it's a very hyped trailer. The animation is new. It looks wonderful. It gives you a new aspect of a different Spider-Man, and a matter of the fact that this trailer does not tell you much at all, other than the fact that
and honestly,
there
again,
are more Spider-Man.
Kind of like what we talked about last week. Marvel, good on you for taking a risk here.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to Marvel and DC, the whole Marvel DC feud war, DC always wins in the animation, and
the TV shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the TV
i.e.
shows.
Arrow, Legends, Flash.
And then Marvel kind of falls behind or they do better with their live action movies.
Mm-hmm. So now that they're doing something with animation, since the last time we haven't really had like a good Marvel animation, I think was like the original Spider-Man show. Like the original Spider-Man show.
The 95
You millennials don't know jack about that. That was a great show.
That and X-Men.
Ooh, I forgot all about that. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Marvel has not been doing... Marvel doesn't have, like, a lot of good animation type
I mean, they do
things.
have animes.
They don't do a lot of really, like, interesting animation stuff. So, seeing this and seeing how fresh it is on Marvel's end, I'm excited for it. I'm very excited. I mean, obviously, it's a movie, so Marvel's going to...
And I'm also kind of happy, like, now that I really sit down and think about it, I am kind of happy they're going with this animation style. Because when I think back to some of their other animated movies, their animations have never really been that great. And their animation style hasn't...
What other animation movies have they done?
They've done a couple.
Like what? I don't remember.
Wolverine versus Hulk.
Oh, like that stuff.
Like, yeah, that stuff. Or like...
They did like the Avengers, like the old Avengers movie where like Hulk was able to lift Thor's hammer. And
yeah.
Like, and then he gets his ass kicked by Wolverine.
Those shows that go on like the Disney XD, I think it is, like Avengers Assemble. That animation style did not sync with me.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it. It did not sync with me.
Yeah. It goes back to the matter of like their animation is it's very weak.
It is.
No offense, Marvel, but your animation's weak. But seeing this trailer and seeing this type of animation, it's strong, it's new. I love it. Mm-hmm. I really love it. So I'm really excited for this movie. I'm waiting to see it, obviously, because it comes out next year. So I'm giving this trailer an A+.
Yeah, I'll give it an A+.
Hey, I got you through. So that's all for the movies that we've done now. So we've done four movie trailers.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go on to the game ones. We don't have as many game ones, and that's because one of the game ones, Death Stranding, is a freaking 5-minute long trailer. And it goes back to the matter of, I didn't know that there was a newer trailer that came out. This one came out a year ago. I didn't know there was a newer one that came out, and that one's like 8 minutes long. And that's a really long trailer. I don't want it to be sitting right here for 8 minutes. I already have to deal with like doing this for like 5 minutes straight. I don't want to do it for 8. So that's gonna be our last trailer though, because I have a lot of stuff I want to actually kind of discuss about this trailer about that trailer. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do Soul Calibur 6 because I mean I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have too much to discuss about this trailer. I'll just go ahead and play it. Basically, make content for inappropriate for children. I left that in there because I mean,
it's gonna be teen. We all know it.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say even though they're T games, BioShock did that too, but then I was like, well, BioShock was them, but BioShock was great. So yeah, there's not really much shown about this trailer other than the fact that it's been a while since they've done Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
and it's just like your basic fighting game. It's like Tekken. It's
a
fighting game.
In fact, I want to bring up something about that because this does kind of bother me. Just, I think, a month ago, Tekken 7 released their new guest character, coming in next spring, which is Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. Why would you put Noctis in Tekken if you're gonna make Soul Calibur 6? Noctis makes much more sense for Soul Calibur 6 because he's got a freaking weapon. So that's my little rant right there. Put Noctis in Soul Calibur 6.
You mad, bro?
A little bit.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, Dissidia comes out very soon, and Noctis is in Dissidia.
That's true.
I should have put that trailer in here. Damn it.
Oh, you should have.
Ah.
Oh well.
That'll be for next week too, or something. We'll figure this out eventually. But I'm excited for Dissidia so much. I'm excited for that game. But we're not discussing about that game. We're talking about Soul Calibur 6.
See,
All right, now we're done with talking about Soul Calibur.
I'm a huge fan of the Soul Calibur series. I've been a fan since Soul Calibur 3. And I think that was the first game where they introduced the whole character creation thing. And that's what drew me to Soul Calibur. It's a fighting game where it allows you to take the playstyles of other characters and make your own character. I love that about the game.
I am kind of a fan of Soul Calibur. I've only played a couple of them, preferably the one that had Ezio in it, the one that had Yoda in it, and the one that had Darth Vader in it. I don't remember what number.
4 and 5.
Yeah. Whatever. Like I said, I don't really care too much about these games because I mean they're literally. In all honesty, I just feel like it's Tekken with swords.
It is.
So.
Because
I'm not a fan of Tekken. I'm really not a fan of Tekken.
I'm not a fan of Tekken either. But when it comes to me and it comes to like fighting styles and stuff, I prefer weapon-based combat.
Ditto.
And that's what I like
Hardcore
about Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of Soul Calibur. I feel like there's so many other games out there that can take that aspect and expand it better. Like Dissidia, especially Dissidia.
Oh yeah,
that game is gonna. If that game turns out to be complete BS, I'm not gonna be happy. I will be very mad if they built up all this hype for this game and then it completely becomes.
I mean,
garbage.
to reassure you, because it's pretty much a port of the arcade version in Japan.
Yeah.
And people love the arcade version over there.
Well,
so there's some reassurance.
But from what I've seen with like the whole like new character appeared or whatever, it looks like it's going to be a fighting style of like Dragon Ball Z.
I can see that. I can see what you mean.
And that's what it kind of makes me excited about this game is that I kind of like the fighting style for Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Z games. So.
Did you play the original Dissidias? No. Oh, they're good. They're on the PSP. Great.
That's why, because the only games I have for PSP was like Ratchet and Clank, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy. I still haven't even freaking beat that game.
I maxed out my time clock on my original Dissidia game on my PSP. 99 plus hours.
Jeez. I mean, I probably did too. I didn't even pay attention to that. But yeah, I haven't played the regular Dissidias.
They're really unique because they take a RPG style where you can get loot and stuff and gear, and it helps you fight better. But then it's also a 3D fighter.
Okay. But yeah, back to Soul Calibur 6. I mean, I really don't have much to say about this trailer. I'm not too interested in the game itself.
I'm just happy they're bringing it back because Soul Calibur 5 left a sour taste with that god-awful story and with all those children characters that no one cared about. So I'm happy they're kind of going back because it seems like it's going to take place in between like Soul Calibur 1 and 2, which I'm fine with.
What he said. I don't know. I've never actually like sat down and played the story mode for these games, so I have no idea.
Message to Bandai Namco: bring back the campaign mode from Soul Calibur 3. That was amazing. It was like it was almost like Risk in a way. You made your own character and you set off on this little journey to fight in this war, and it was really cool. And it took an RTS turn to it, which was awesome. But they never brought it back, so it made me sad.
I repeat what he said. I don't know. I'm not gonna rate this game because I'm not a Soul Calibur person. I don't know much about it. So
I'll give it just a solid A, just because we just know it exists. It's in development, and it's back. Yeah. Nothing too hype about it. It's just back.
Wait, so if it's only just not enough hype and it's just back, why A? Why give it an A?
Because the hype won't give it an A plus. As a fan of Soul Calibur, I'm just happy that it's back. And we just don't know enough about it. I mean, honestly, it's kind of hard for me to give it a rating because we don't know enough about the new mechanics and the new characters.
From what it looks like just it looks like a regular playstyle fight.
I mean, they said they have a new system, but I don't fully understand it. And right now we only have 2 characters revealed, so there's not much to go off
kind of a third, in the little teaser at the end.
Oh yeah, that guy with the sword
double
staff
sword
thing.
The double sword.
Yeah.
So yeah, what?
Solid A.
All right, there we go for that. I'm not even gonna give it a rating. I don't know jack about these games, and plus I'm not really gonna base my opinion on a couple shots of 2 people fighting and kind of give it a rating. So this last one is Death Stranding. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it now while we're discussing. This is the trailer that came out a year ago. A little bit of me is actually starting to wish that I actually did do the 8-minute trailer because it actually looked very interesting. But again, 8 minutes, dudes. 8 minutes. That's a long trailer.
So here's a good question for everyone. What the fuck is this game?
Dude, I don't know, but I want to play it.
Right?
I don't know what this game is, but I want to play it. It looks freaking awesome. Just look at it.
And like,
I forget, everything's reverse.
like, applause to Hideo Kojima for being able to pull off putting celebrities into a game and pulling it off like almost flawlessly.
Oh yeah,
Like
it looks beautiful.
what's his name? Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, he's
my man Mads Mikkelsen. He's awesome.
He's in this trailer and he looks like he does in real life.
Yeah, he looks exactly like he does.
And same
in real life.
like with the trailer we watched earlier with Norman Reedus.
He looks exactly like he would in real life.
At one point, I couldn't even tell it was a CG render of him because it looks so lifelike.
Yeah, and I mean everything with this, with this trailer and with the newest trailer that you guys should probably go watch because I'm not going to take the time to put it on here. But what the fuck?
Hideo Kojima, everyone.
Was that an intestine?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, viewers. I did not know what that was. I kind of did a little 15-second skip thing on this because I was just kind of trying to get the basis of this trailer. So I kind of probably missed that part.
And PlayStation, good on you for after all the drama that Hideo Kojima went through at Konami. Good on you for giving him his own studio.
Yeah, for real.
Good on you.
And again, this goes back to this game. There is so much going on with this trailer.
It raises so many questions.
It does. There's so much going on with this trailer that they don't give you answers for. And even the other trailer, the newest trailer that came out, there's so much that it gives you. It gives you so much. But it gives you so little at the same time. And that's what this trailer, obviously it looks like, dude, I don't even know. It looks like a world where, humankind is more extinct.
From what I can tell, because I've seen all the trailers, and from what I can tell, it's gonna try and send some kind of political message about we're poisoning the waters. Because in the first one you see a lot of oil. In fact, you see oil here right now.
That's oil?
I think that's oil. Yeah, it's either water or oil. I think it's oil, and that's why in the trailer you and I watched, we saw Norman Reedus in the water with all the fish swimming and them kind of disappearing.
Yeah.
Because people I'm thinking the same thing, is that it's alluding to a message of don't pollute the waters.
Yeah. This game though, this trailer is so much different from the newest trailer. This is more of a military graded version of the trailer. Yeah, right there. There's Mads Mikkelsen. This is more of a military style to this trailer. The other trailer, the newest trailer, it's so awesome. It's still really cool. Mads Mikkelsen looks so good. He looks no different than he would in freaking anything else. Oh, is he a computer?
I see. No one knows. No one knows what this game is and what it's supposed to be. And I think that's Kojima's goal, is he wants people to just keep talking about it. Because the first trailer didn't give us really much. It was a response to Konami for shutting down Silent Hills. Because all you see is this naked guy holding a baby. Then it's revealed, hey, I'm Norman Reedus, and I'm doing a Kojima game.
Also, take note, all of his scars are gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like all these scars are like red and they're all gone. Yeah, this game, it looks amazing. It goes back. This is one of those trailers that tells you nothing, but it looks so interesting.
And also, like, I'm sure there is a bunch of stuff in there that we just aren't seeing, that's being
likely
left for interpretation, and that's Kojima's goal.
Well, here's the thing. This trailer itself has been out for a year. So, if that were the case, there would already be a bunch of stuff out by now.
That's true.
And so, I think this is one of those things where it's like, there's so much still, like, there must be a lot given, but people don't know. And even this newest trailer that came out, like, what, 4 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
There is so much happening in 8 minutes. There's so much happening in this trailer. And it looks like it's like a cutscene or something, I'm guessing, in this movie, or in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't tell you anything. There's so much that it shows you and so much that it tells you, but it doesn't tell you anything.
Right.
Obviously, it looks like a world corrupted. It looks like a corrupted world.
Yeah.
But that's it. It looks beautiful. It looks amazing.
We don't even have any gameplay on how this game plays out.
I don't... This is like... Oh my... It's literally like raping my mind. Like... It's so good. I want to play this game. I don't know anything about this game, but I want to play it.
See, this is what I tell people about this game. I'm gonna get it. A, curious. B, Norman Reedus. 3,
Mads Mikkelsen.
that.
4,
Hideo Kojima. 5, hashtag fuck Konami.
Yeah, I mean, like, this trailer, this game trailer is exactly what I'm talking about, like, with movie trailers. It gives you so much, but it doesn't tell you anything. And that's what a lot of movie trailers nowadays aren't doing. And that's what they should do. It goes back to also like with Ready Player One. It shows you so much about their world, but it tells you nothing about their world.
Right. And honestly, I'm sure if you can play... Because Hideo Kojima is a genius. He knows what he's doing. And like, he knows how to mess with your head.
Oh yeah.
Cause
he's messing with mine right now.
Because this comes from the same guy who How to Beat a Boss in I think the original Metal Gear Solid. You just have to switch your memory card or your controller port. That's how you beat him.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. And
I remember hearing
to
all
the point,
about that.
I can guarantee you, if you play back all the trailers back to back, first one, second one, third one, you could gather something out of it.
Of this game?
Yeah.
Okay, I think about Metal Gear again. Because
just from knowing it, I would need to go back and rewatch stuff. All I know is Norman Reedus' character is named Sam. He works for some kind of company.
Looks like Bridges?
Yeah, some kind of bridge. Yeah, some kind of company.
Which is in the newest trailer. If you haven't watched it, go watch it when we get
there's
done.
There's some evil military that's doing something, and something gets corrupt, and there's monsters. That's all I can gather.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head from right here, right now.
And then there's the trailer where Norman Reedus is naked, holding a baby and crying.
That's the one I was talking about, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to gather anything for that trailer. I'd have to see this trailer and then the other one combined. And that probably.
Well, yeah, no, you would need to watch all three just back to back. Just first trailer, second trailer, third trailer, all through. It would probably take like 20 minutes.
Less than that, because isn't the first trailer like a minute?
That's true. So it's probably more like
15.
15.
Like 15 minutes, give or take. So yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like this trailer, dude.
Like I said about Kojima, he knows how to mess with your head. Because when PT came out, people just thought, oh, it's just a horror game. But no, PT means playable trailer. And at the end, it's revealed this is for a new Silent Hill game. Norman Reedus is playing our character. It's being directed by Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. But then it got shut down because Konami.
Fuck Konami.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying something similar with this game, and he's just like, all right, watch them all together, and try and make something out of it. Because he's really good at doing that. He's a genius.
He looks like he's a genius.
Like, I would argue Kojima is the Spielberg of video games.
Ooh. I mean, just from watching these trailers for this game, I could see it. I could definitely see it. I'm giving this trailer an A+. Straight up, like, watching this trailer and then even watching the other trailer, like, even that trailer aside, There's so much about this game that intrigues me and interests me, but I don't know anything about it. I want to know more, which means like, yeah, I will probably. I may or may not end up buying the game. I'm not sure. I may just borrow it from this guy. Have him like mailed to me. I'll mail it back. Whatever. Figure something out. But I'm interested in this game. I want to play this game. I want to see what happens. I want to know more about this game. So I'm giving this trailer an A+, hands down.
A+ as well.
Yeah. So that's all the trailers we have for you guys today. We're about at that normal time.
Yeah.
Next week. Actually, yeah, we're not going to be doing one next week. This is going to be the last trailer talks that we do for at least a couple weeks, just because with all the holidays coming up and all that, Christmas right around the corner, and everything happening. We're just going to take a small vacation. I will be getting my Star Wars Episode 8 trailer out as soon as I see the movie. It's not going to be opening weekend. I can promise you that. It might be next week. Might be. Don't quote me on that. If it's not next week, it's definitely going to be the week after. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm going to see that movie regardless. I want to see that movie. So that's all that we have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. I will see you guys probably here in the next week or so. Otherwise, we will see you guys next time on Trailer Talks Episode 6. Insert title here because we have no title for that yet. We barely even made a title for this one. I couldn't even think of anything for the life of me, and I was like, well, we got movies, we got games, mix and match.
Yep.
Why not? So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's Trailer Talks, and as always, it's Pop Culture Critics signing off.
Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, every other thing that you guys celebrate. We will see you guys next time.